Good morning, everybody. 11:19 Central Time in the morning on Thursday, I think it is. Talking to Amjad. The last couple of days, we forget what day it is. We've been going for over 2.5 weeks. And this is video, I think it's number 10. I apologize if there wasn't a number 9. We definitely planned on doing a number 9. Morning, Mr. David Lowell. When we left Las Vegas, all the way through the desert of Las Vegas, New Mexico, West Texas, we had really bad cell phone signal except in around the towns of, we kind of went around Phoenix and around Albuquerque, stayed in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where we had signal for a little while, and then we had signal in El Paso, Texas for a little while, and then we arrived in San Antonio last evening, or yesterday afternoon, to meet with Juan Flores and his group of drivers, and we were greeted also with the surprise of James Stapleton from Dallas, who drove down and met us in San Antonio. Change lanes here. We are right now between Baton Rouge, Louisiana and New Orleans. We're about 40 miles outside of New Orleans, and we will be there 12:30ish to meet with the local New Orleans team. Michael texted us this morning. His other job is going to be taking him too far out of the way to where he's not going to be able to meet us in New Orleans, but we'll be meeting with some other drivers and dropping off all their goodies. So Chris Hurd joined in. Good morning, sir. Crystal, welcome to UZURV, and welcome to the UZURV vlog that we kind of started as we began this trip. We'll see if we have entertaining material to continue doing these videos at least once a week, maybe from the office once we get back, or when we're driving around. But we at least wanted to share some of the trip with all you and let you know what we've been up to, spreading the word of UZURV. We have passed 7,000 drivers, and on this trip it's been over 1,000 drivers, I believe. So the numbers are growing extremely quickly. We appreciate all your help out there with the referrals, especially on the driver side. Had some great news come out of Wichita, Kansas. Just a little while ago, I was reviewing the Facebook posts, and TJ Kimsey said that she had a 4 a.m. pickup this morning of a passenger in Wichita, and that passenger was not referred by a driver. That passenger was referred by another UZURV passenger that loves the service. So that is exactly what the word-of-mouth marketing can do for you. And when riders try the service, it's a no-brainer. You know, we've been telling people in all the meetings that we've done that it's not designed to be free. And most of the riders all agree. The surveys we've done, the people we've talked to, the focus groups we've done, all the riders think that at $2.95 that UZURV is an amazing bargain. At 99 cents it's definitely a no-brainer. So we get a lot of questions about, well, what do the riders get for free if they refer another rider? Well, if they love it, they'll refer another rider. And when you give something away that's of extreme value, just the tip, the word of mouth. And the one example that I use is, I'm sure most of you have heard of Craigslist. I'm sure most of you have heard of Pokemon Go lately. I'm sure most of you have heard of Snapchat and Facebook and all these wonderful, what used to be startup companies. They didn't do any advertising. So let's talk about Google. You ever seen a Google commercial or anything talked about Google? Yet somehow that is the most popular search engine in the world. So keep in mind the power of word of mouth and word of mouth advertising as growing your UZURV referral base. And my advice to all of you, especially being on the front edge of this this growth wave that we're experiencing right now, is that the opportunity for referrals is huge. We talked to Jay in Houston last night, and Jay, the market's not open yet, and he's one of the first drivers. I think they only have like 26 drivers approved, in 42 signed up and 26 approved in Houston right now. But the market's not open, and that city is huge. It's probably going to be the top, or it is in the top 5 largest cities in the U.S. And Houston, Texas, how many riders and how many drivers do you think there are there that currently have not heard of UZURV and would either love to use it, love to drive, love to experience it? The opportunity is humongous. So David Lowell was the first one to jump on this particular live video, and David is a great example of somebody who has just been going wild with referrals. And just in his first couple of weeks, I mean, he had triple-digit referral numbers on the rider and driver side, and that will continue to pay him back for many years to come. So we want each one of you to be able to partake in that. Jasmine Soto is another great example out of Tampa. So if you need assistance, definitely jump into the UZURV Facebook groups, whether they be in your city or the UZURV operations group for the contact folks in each city. There's a lot of good information in there, and both or all of the people that I'm mentioning are in that group to be able to help support you and give you ideas even to take back to your own local groups and your local rideshare groups, whether they be Uber, Lyft. The guys in San Antonio yesterday that we met, they do a lot of driving in Austin, and I'm sure most of you, if you've been around the rideshare industry for at least a few months, probably know a lot about what's going on in Austin. And that's Uber and Lyft pulled out because of the regulations that the city was trying to impose upon them, and now there's 8 or 9 other rideshare companies competing for the space and the ridership in Austin, and it's cutthroat. I mean, they're offering a lot of things for free, and they're trying to buy drivers, and they're trying to take drivers away from other companies and offering perks and everything, and that kind of battle gets very, very expensive. And it's going to be interesting, to me, my opinion, to see what happens when Uber, even if Lyft doesn't come back to Austin, Uber will come back to Austin eventually. And when they do, what's going to happen to the other 9 companies is going to be pretty interesting. And UZURV has definitely cut our own space to where down the road we could work with any of them. We like to offer Uber riders because they obviously are the highest number. We like to offer UZURV for Lyft riders because they kept asking for it. So we've done both of those. And if there's more companies down the road that surface as a choice for riders, then we'll continue to offer those on UZURV. So let's see who's on here. Mark Steven, good morning. Thank you for the wishes. We will be safe. Mindy out of South Florida, welcome. Hopefully you got your app all worked out. And if we have been a help to you, drop us a shout on Facebook and let everybody know that we actually respond to support requests. I know you have my direct info, and anytime you need anything, I'm happy to help you out personally, as well as all of our team in Richmond, our support group, which is also based in the Midwest and in Richmond. So you just keep forwarding any issues to us. We'll deal with it right away. Big announcement for everybody. If you have not noticed yet, there was a update that went out today for Android and iOS for both apps, Rider and Driver. And I downloaded the apps as we were hitting the road, and I have not been able to try it out yet, but apparently the referral link is in there. So I would be trying it right now, but I am driving. So take a look at the app as the update. I wish I could explain what it looks like right now, but I can't. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video later today after I play with it, once we get to New Orleans here in about a half an hour. But if you've already tried it, drop a comment down below this video and let us know how it works. You're supposed to be able to refer with your code via SMS text, email, or social media. So I'm interested to see how that is working out. Good morning, Bill. Mindy says you wish you had some goodies. What goodies do you want? All you need to do is drive up to Tallahassee tomorrow and we'll give you some goodies. Alright. It says the connection is back, but it's weak, so I'm going to keep chatting here. And I wish I remembered what I was talking about, because that was a long pause there while we're approaching. We're still about 25-30 minutes outside of New Orleans, so apparently there is poor data signal here. Looks like I lost anyone that happened to have been watching as well. Sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully you can come back in a bit and review the video when it's posted. So it looks like a couple of you joined back in. Appreciate you jumping on. We had a drop in signal there for a little bit, and like I just said, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I'm going to continue here and just answer the questions and comments that are down below. So Mindy says she wishes she had some goodies. Our plan is to be in New Orleans today, possibly Tallahassee tonight. I don't know if we can make it that far. And then plan was to go to Birmingham and Montgomery, Alabama, and then over to Atlanta. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that and still make it home in time for Monday, so we're going to have to play it by ear. David, keep up the good work. Thank you, sir, and you do the same. You keep it up. Justin joined, and Justin, I did happen to see that you just shot me a note on Facebook Messenger with a very popular question. So Justin is based in Denver, Colorado. For those of you that don't know Justin, he is a member of UZURV Operations Nationwide Facebook group, and his question is related to pickups at the airport. And Justin, I thought that maybe we discussed that in Denver when we were there with Harold. If not, we apologize, because that is a very important point that you need to understand. And those of you that have asked it in the public forum, you realize that UZURV cannot comment on how to perform transportation functions using another third-party application, i.e. Uber or Lyft. As a driver, Justin, I'd be happy to help you out. You just need to get in touch with me later, or contact one of the other drivers through the Facebook group, and all of them will be able to help you out. Alright, let's see. Justin, lost the magnet you guys gave me for the back of your car. I believe that because those magnets are not very strong. They're definitely not meant to be outdoor magnets. They are not the same magnets that we had used on our UZURV vehicles prior to the die-cut vinyl that we use now. We will do what we can to get you a replacement in the meantime. David Lowell says he's planning to go more wild on his referrals, so that's awesome. Yeah, Mark Steven in Kansas City. I just mentioned that the video was cutting out, and I apologize for that as I reach behind my seat here. Let's see if I can reach it. Yeah, the video was cutting out a bit. Apologies for that. What I was trying to reach was this. To thank Mark Steven Jacobs in Kansas City for the hats. Beautiful gift. We'll be wearing these in the privacy of our own home. But back in Virginia, where we have no professional baseball team, we can represent KC for you for sure. Thank you very much for the gift. Yeah, it was cutting in and out. I apologize, you guys. We had a stretch there between Baton Rouge, Louisiana and New Orleans where there was no data, and now it's saying connection is weak again. So if it's cutting out, apologize again. Maybe they will dump some money into the infrastructure for data down here in Louisiana someday. But we've had that same situation since all the way to the desert of California, outside of LA, all the way to Vegas, all the way to Phoenix, all the way to Albuquerque, all the way to El Paso, and all the way to San Antonio. So in between the big cities down here on the southern half of the United States, signal's pretty poor. And it's still saying I'm weak signal. I'm 19 miles outside of New Orleans. Appreciate the 3 of you that are still watching for sticking with it, and hopefully the video quality is not real horrible and everyone else can come back and view it afterwards. Thank you, David, for letting me know that it's running smooth now. It still says the connection is weak, so I'll keep talking. Chris, signal getting weak, cutting in and out. Yep. David Lowell says, come to South Florida. Well, I see that Matt are... Okay, maybe we're back. Maybe not. I can see New Orleans right there, yet we have no signal right here. The look on my face is frustration. All right. So picking up where I left off, yes, our CEO, Matt Donlin, has jumped on, and yes, we did discuss at the beginning of the video that the updates are available. Want everyone to download them. Make sure you update your apps, have the latest versions. Okay, it says we're back again. If anyone can just drop a comment and let me know if you were able to see this or not, because our frustrations with this data signal is starting to get old. Yeah, it's live right now, but the signal keeps cutting in and out. So once again, Matt posted the comment down below that the apps, both of them, the driver app and the rider app for Android and iOS, have been had a published update today. So please update your apps. Make sure you've got the latest versions. If you've got friends that are drivers, friends that are riders, people that are with you, make sure everyone's using the latest version to get all the functionality. And the hope is that somebody can drop a comment on here and let me know how well the messaging is working, because now you can refer from within the app on text, email, and via social media. I downloaded the apps but did not have a chance to try it before we started driving, so hopefully I'll be able to do that in New Orleans and take a look. So Matt gives me a thumbs up. I'm taking it. That's for the signal. And we're back live again. We got a few people tuned in. I appreciate you sticking with us, because that was pretty frustrating about the last 10 minutes. And Harold has tuned in. Harold, Mr. Franz, hopefully your trip is going well. Hopefully everybody's safe. It's been pretty uneventful for logging this many miles. Let me just check here on the vehicle and see what it says. We're averaging over 28 miles a gallon, which is amazing in this car. This is a Chrysler 300 that we're driving. 6,725 miles so far we have logged. Actually, it says that we've averaged 31.4 miles a gallon on this trip, which is unbelievably amazing. So, Matt, operations is continuing to manage expenses, sir. All right. Amjad joined in. The doctor's right next to me, so apparently now he's live. There's his hand. He's away with. So we can see New Orleans over there. distance. Yet, once again, signal is weak. So, alright, well hopefully everybody's having a good day. I want to thank TJ for posting on her Facebook group her great finding this morning. I'll repeat it again just because I have no idea how the video quality. Maybe we're back. I don't know. TJ, I know you're not tuned in right now, but thanks for posting on Facebook that you had a passenger this morning at 4 o'clock a.m. that informed you that they actually were referred by another rider in Wichita, not a driver. So having a rider-to-rider referral, word-of-mouth advertising is awesome. I know that Matt, Harold, and all of our team back in Richmond love to hear that. So the word-of-mouth advertising is free, and it is the most effective. So continue to spread the word. We've added over 1,000 drivers and just as many, if not more, riders during the 2.5 weeks that we've been on this road trip. We are about 2/3 to possibly 3/4 of the way back to Richmond on our trip, and we're approaching New Orleans, Louisiana. We're about 10 miles out, and we had just passed through Baton Rouge. Yesterday was we stayed in Lafayette, Louisiana, which is a pretty neat little spot. We couldn't quite make it to New Orleans. We were getting tired, so we just found a spot in Lafayette and stayed there after meeting with Jay in Houston and the group in San Antonio, which included Juan, and also James Stapleton came down from Dallas, which was really, really cool. So, all right, Matt. So Matt says that Mike Haas is going to visit us on our stop here in New Orleans, which would be fantastic, and get a chance to see him outside of the office and let him see how we do what we do with the driver group. So that'll be great. Harold wants to know how people can survive out here without good internet. I don't know if they do. I mean, if you look down here, this is just swamp. So I don't know if they need the internet. All they need is a fishing pole and maybe a gun, and they'll be just fine. Nice. Michael, hey, thanks for tuning in. Sorry we're not going to be able to touch base with you. Sounds like you're stuck at your other job, which not a problem. We will meet with the drivers that are there, and we'll make sure we get you guys all your goodies, your shirts, and all your collateral and your cards, and anything else we've got in the trunk that we can drop weight here in New Orleans and set you guys up for success. Not a problem. Yeah, welcome to the swamp. Thank you very much. That was kind of an interesting drive from Baton Rouge to here over the water. Heavy traffic though. I'm surprised to see this many vehicles on the road, at least during that stretch. I don't know if that's normal or not. But weather's good, humidity's high, it's 92 degrees and probably just as high percentage of humidity. So as soon as we got out of the desert, it was pretty obvious that the sticky weather was back to stay all the way back home to Virginia. Alright, so we're about 10 minutes outside of New Orleans. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off. I apologize for all the signal issues. Nobody posted in the comments about how well the app is working with the messaging. I'm really interested to know that. If you haven't seen it yet, I haven't seen it yet, but we will within about 30 minutes have the new update and be able to play with it. So everyone have a great day. Have a great day, and we will tune in again with vlog number 11 probably tomorrow. We'll see you guys later.